All right. I'm making a video. Let's see. Uh, Jackie Puppet. Come on, eyes. I think it. Darn it. Yeah. Yeah. Jackie Puppet 9289. He said maybe you can better explain how you would like the U.S. to function because you seem to want no form of government or law enforcement. I feel like you need some type of law and order in place for any kind of society to function. No. Uh, well, yeah, you're, you know, what I want to say is right now we're familiar with the police. Okay. That is one of the problems that people have. We get comfortable with a system because it's easy. See, we have these lives where we got to get up, we got to eat our breakfast, we got to go to our job, we come home, we got a short period amount of time to do whatever we need to do, uh, so we don't have time for uh, to police our own area. Now, under a system of anarchy, we would have also that, okay, anarchy and volunteerism, or they call it voluntarism, meaning you are able to volunteer, like, I want to volunteer my time, I want to volunteer, you have, uh, okay, my road out there, or like a statist would say, my road. Because when you say, well, we don't need to pay property tax, then the statist goes, my road, my fire department. Well, that would be funded voluntarily by the people. Okay? Now, I don't know where you live, if you have a volunteer fire department, which that's a form of anarchy. Okay, these guys will volunteer their time to be firemen when they need to be. That is voluntary. That's anarchy right there. If it's a fire department where you're hired and now you're a fireman, that's statism. So you will get a letter through the mail from the fire department and you will be able to give money. And they have a set amount. It ain't a lot. It's like, what, $40 here in my area, so you pay $40 or whatever you want to pay. That's anarchy. That's voluntarism. But law enforcement, uh, how law enforcement would work would be us. We would be law enforcement. Now, I have heard that there's some guy. There was one guy one time, or maybe a couple, that were talking about you would have maybe a guy who is a sheriff. Now the people would put that guy in place, but that sheriff, it would kind of be like in the West, where he would go out to someone like me and say, "Hey, we got to go find this guy, and I need to deputize you." Okay, and I say, "Okay, I'll do that, or I won't do that. I'm volunteering, or I decide, nope, I don't feel like doing that right now. I got other shit to do." Uh, but you would have like a sheriff. Otherwise, I can relate a story of uh, how it would look under anarchy, because here in this area where I live, decades ago, we didn't have a police force. We didn't have any cop. We don't have a cop here right now, but we didn't have a cop back then. And what would happen was you had this group of men that if there was a problem, somebody was causing problems, they would go visit him. Okay? So maybe under that, they'd come and say, "Hey, Kramer, you want to come along?" It'd be like, "I'd love to come along. Sure, let's go over to this bastard's house and let's have a talk with him. And they'd have a talk with these people and they'd convince them that you got options, okay? Option A is you can knock this shit off. Option B is we're going to knock you the fuck out. There were people that they took to the county line and they told them, get the fuck out and never come back. That is what we'd have. That's what I want now. Now here in this area, we don't really have any crime. We don't, and that's the thing. We don't have a cop here in this area. And maybe, okay, I'm sure we got pot smokers here. I'm sure we got people that grow pot and smoke it and maybe sell it. It ain't bothering me. I don't have a problem with that. But we don't have a cop here. And there's what? No crime that I know of. I mean, maybe you have the rare incident, but and that's how it would be. It's like I said, people are familiar and comfortable with this system we have, and believe me, the police are a pile of shit. I don't back the fucking blue. Fuck the blue. They are enforcing policies that have nothing to do with anything but taking away our freedom, revenue collecting. That it's a tax. A cop stops you. Oh yeah, your tail light's out. Yeah, I know my tail light's out. Well, I just wanted to tell you, and you better get that tail light fixed. You know, why do I need a cop to tell me what I already know, or even if I don't know, I'm going to find out, and then I can get that tail light fixed. I got tail light here in this area. I had a tail light that was out. I don't know how long it was out. Didn't have a cop stop me. I figured it out because a light goes on the dashboard. And that's the thing. I drove around without that thing on for maybe a couple weeks because I didn't really feel like doing it. I never had a problem. That's another thing. People believe that just because the cop is there, that helps people and saves lives. And I know. How many times have you seen these fucking high-speed pursuits where there's a bad accident and people that are not supposed to be involved in that end up getting killed, and then everybody's blaming the driver? Now, yeah, did he run from the cops? Yeah. But if that cop wouldn't have stopped him for whatever, or pursued him, and that's the thing. These cops will pursue and pursue and pursue, and then finally, if they can't get him, then they'll back off. Yeah, you know, or they stop him along a busy highway and they pull over, and then somebody comes along and runs into him and kills him or injures him or whatever. Yeah, and revenue collecting. That's all it is. Okay, you're driving down the road, it's a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. I look at speed limits as a suggestion. Maybe 40 miles an hour on that stretch is a good speed to drive when it's wet. Or, uh, you know, take snow and ice. The speed limit's 50. Okay, now, are you going to drive 50 miles an hour on a snowy, icy road? So that speed limit is pretty much just a suggestion. Because I'll be driving 60 miles an hour on that road when it's nice and dry. When it's wet, I'm going to take, maybe I'll drive 50 on it when it's wet. When it's snowy, I might drive 30 miles an hour on that road. That there is a form of anarchy to where I'm doing what I want. But that's that with the police and law enforcement. No, we would be the law enforcement. Okay? We would volunteer our time to go take care of problems. And a lot of people think that if you get an anarchist society and you don't have any police, that everything's just going to become mayhem. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not. I'm going to be me. I'm going to have the freedom, which is going to be awesome. I mean, another thing, you want to build on your house. And with a fucking government, now you're going to have to get a permit. All right? Now, you got to get a permit, which means you got to write down what you want to do and you got to make a diagram of what the fuck you want to do so they can all look at it and decide whether they want to allow you to build on or in your fucking house. Fuck you. Then you got to pay for permission from those fucking cocksuckers. All right? Under anarchy, I wouldn't need to do that. Okay, maybe I have a diagram for myself, or maybe I get somebody to help me, and they're good at that. My drawing skills suck. Maybe you get somebody that that can come on over and go, well, I want this, and I'd like to have a blueprint and figure out what I need here. Okay, and then of course you got to pay for the permit. Okay. And then you got to pay tax on the products that you're buying. Okay. And, here's something. Under an anarchist society, you wouldn't have a central bank. If you don't have a central bank, guess what you don't have? Inflation. So the prices would come down. Now, guaranteed, there'd be business owners out there that'd be whining because I'm not making all the money I used to make. Fuck you. You make what the fuck you can make. Since the prices have come down because now we don't have that inflated fucking money printer going burr, now it's gonna be more affordable for people. So you won't have tax on that. Okay. And here's the thing. People wonder how can you okay. How can you pay for services and stuff like that? Okay, I said about the fire department. I can fund that. See, that's how the taxes are going to be collected. It ain't going to be all the fucking time. Okay, you're going to have times when you have the ability to volunteer money. So you can give money for getting a paving crew in here to pave the road. Okay. And maybe your community paves wants the road paved and that community don't. Okay. Now, don't bitch about that. Yeah, you can drive 50 miles an hour down this road and you're going to have to slow down when you get to the dirt road, but maybe that's what they want. You just get used to that. Okay? It's like, oh, fuck. Now I got to slow down. Well, don't. Then slide off the road when you hit the fucking stones. But we'll be funding things. Okay? But yeah, we will be the police force. Or possibly you can have a guy that you have as a sheriff in your community. Okay, another thing. All right? Now, we have these judges, and they're on the payroll all the fucking time. So, if you have a situation where you catch somebody doing a crime and you got the evidence, you can have somebody in your community that has uh, law experience to be a judge, and people that have law experience to be a lawyer, to be lawyers. So, when you need a judge, you can hire that guy to preside over a court, and you can hire those people who know the law. Okay, now that lawyers you hire them, but a judge, he's always on the fucking payroll. This guy would only be on the payroll and you fund him, you pay him while you need him. Once that trial's over, he goes back to doing what he's doing and helps himself out. He makes his own money. You don't need to have fucking judges on the payroll all the time. Fuck you. You're not your honor until I need you to be your honor. When you're not your honor, you're Bob. That's who you are. And if you get all bitchy because I didn't call you your honor, fuck you, Bob. Okay? So that's how I see it. That's how it would be. What I'm going to do is there are people that are better at this than me, and there's a video that I saw that I'm going to put the link in the description. It's a YouTube video, so I'm going to put that link in the description, and you can watch that. And the thing is, that wouldn't be a perfect society either, because it'd be a learning experience. There'd be things that, you know, maybe people will do it differently here, but I'd rather have a society where I get to volunteer. That gives me the freedom to say yes or no. In this society, like I said with this fucking jury notice, I can say no, but it's going to fuck me. Under that society, if they go, hey, Kramer, you want to be on this jury? I go, no. Boom. They go to someone else. They don't try to fucking coerce me by telling me that I'm going to get fined, jailed, and do community service. That's the state. It's all about power. Okay? We have power over you. We can take your money. I saw an incident in a court where the guy was belligerent. The guy, I forget how it went, but the judge told him something. He went, "Fuck you." All right, that's freedom. Under anarchy, I would have that ability. So what did the judge do? Well, I'm giving you 30. I'm ruling you in contempt of court, and I'm giving you 30 days in jail. And then the guy was like, I don't give a fuck. And the judge, well, then I'm giving you 60. And then I'm giving you 90. Now I'm giving you 180. Now I'm giving you 360. And there are people out there that will go, oh, well, that's great. It's like, no, it ain't. That fucking judge just decides, I'm Mr. My fragile fucking ego. If he would have been a man who had a good ego, that it didn't get hurt, he would have said, listen, okay, I understand you're not happy about this. Now, if you continue to be belligerent, I'm going to have to give you 30 days in jail. But what I want you to do is just leave right now. That would have been better. But no, that judge was Mr. I'm in charge. And that's a state, because that judge is backed up by all these other people. See, he's a coward. Under anarchy, I could go, fuck you. I don't want to do it, and walk out of court. Now, maybe that guy will call for help, but guess what? I've got help too. So now we're standing there going, what are we going to do now? Huh? Are we going to have a fight? Or am I going to get the fuck out of here and you can just, calm the fuck down? Anarchy. It wouldn't be easy. I mean, what will you do for jobs? Well, you volunteer your time. And what you could do is somebody needs help. Okay, say a farmer needs help. Boom, I'd be over there. I don't care if I'm 58, 59, 60 years old. You want to bale hay? Let's bale hay. You want to pay me? Great. Then I can go to someone else. I got to go to this fucking job every day, but if you want to, you can do that. I like this job and I'm going to work here as long as, I feel like working here. And then I'm going to go somewhere else. But like I said, it wouldn't be easy. When it comes to law enforcement, we would be the law, or you'd have someone that you could put in as a sheriff. Okay, that's how I see it. But I'm going to put that video in. That guy explains it. There are people out there that are much better than me at explaining it. But I thought it would be a lot better to just. I was thinking of putting a comment down there, and I thought I can't. That would take too long. So that's it. I hope I explained it better. But it's like I said in the beginning. We're familiar and comfortable with this, even though it sucks. This system we're under, this statism, this government is bullshit because it's all about power and all about money. It's all about revenue collecting. The policies that the police enforce are just bullshit, but people are familiar with that. I mean, there are people here in this area that will drive down the road with a four-wheeler. And then there are people in this area that'll complain about that. That don't bother me. The guy ain't driving on my yard. I don't give a fuck. That's anarchy. What they're doing is bullshit statism. It's like, we want control over that person. Well, if he ain't hurting you, if the only thing that's bothering you is the fact that he's driving down the fucking road because the state said you ain't allowed to do that. Yeah, fuck the state. Because that guy does it a lot, and I never had a problem. He's not doing donuts in my front yard. If he did that, I'd go out and go, get out of my fucking yard, get back on the road. You know, but yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now, and I don't know what I want to title this video. Yeah, well, I'll figure it out. So that's it for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.